Good evening everybody and welcome to your daily Steam holiday achievement for the 24th of December 2011. It is day 6 of Steam Daily Deals, and it is Christmas Eve! Happy Christmas Eve everybody! I might as well mention this at the beginning of the video because I don't know if I'll remember at the end. I'm not sure if there's going to be a video tomorrow. Obviously Christmas isn't the best day for recording things like this. I shall try, but it may be horrendously late or not present at all. So that's pretty much all I have to say about that. So let's move on to today's Steam Dale. Why do I always want to say Dales? It's because I want to say Steam Daily Deals, I think. But anyway, first game of the Steam Daily Deals today is Blood Bowl Legendary Edition. Now this is a kind of cross between American football and Warhammer. You play as Warhammer races and you make a fantasy football team and yeah. It's a sports simulation. Apparently it's not a tremendously good one, and the main gimmick of it is that it's got Warhammer characters in. Not a recommendation, but it does sound absolutely awesome if you're a fan of Warhammer or American football. I'm a fan of neither. So there you go. Next game, Skyrim. Skyrim is an absolutely fantastic game. I own it on the Xbox, so I'm not actually going to be picking this up on PC because I don't think it's tremendously worth it to have it on two consoles. It's an open world RPG. Honestly, for the price, $23.44, you will get a lot of playtime out of this. Like, this is hundreds and hundreds of hours just to see half of what there is to see. It's an absolutely massive game. There's a lot of work gone into this. It's taken years to develop, and the one thing I will say about it is if you are going to pick it up on PC, because this is a Bethesda RPG, I wouldn't expect it to be entirely stable. It is probably going to be incredibly buggy. I know it was incredibly buggy when it came out. I do believe there have been a few patches, but considering it's Bethesda, I don't think that will have actually solved everything. So, this is definitely a recommendation. It's fairly expensive, but for the price, you'll definitely get a lot of playtime out of this. Definitely. Next game in the sales is the Tom Clancy pack. Oh man, these are FPSs. Surely he's not going to recommend these. Actually, you are wrong. The Tom Clancy games are absolutely fantastic. Even I can tell you that they are absolutely fantastic. Fantastic is a word I use way too much in these videos. Maybe I'll try the next episode without saying the word fantastic once. These are absolutely brilliant games. So you just got to use synonyms. Especially the Splinter Cell series, which is a very stealth tactical kind of thing. Rainbow Six Vegas series, and the Rainbow Six series in general, fantastic games. The Ghost Recon games, fantastic. Honestly, Tom Clancy games have typically had incredibly high gameplay and quality put into them, and I do genuinely recommend these. All the games in the pack are 75% off individually. If I had to recommend single ones, I would probably recommend Splinter Cell Conviction, I think is the latest one. Yeah, Splinter Cell Conviction Deluxe Edition, if you want the latest Splinter Cell game. And as for Rainbow Six Vegas, I think it's Rainbow Six 3 Gold is the latest one. I remember Rainbow Six Lockdown. I think it's Rainbow Six Lockdown. Yes, it's Rainbow Six Lockdown. Right, so if you want to just pick up a couple of games from these, then pick up Rainbow Six Lockdown and Splinter Cell Conviction at a minimum. But honestly, Tom Clancy games, can't really go wrong with Tom Clancy games. Next game in today's sales is the Company of Heroes Complete Pack. This comes with Company of Heroes and 2 expansions, Opposing Front and Tales of Valor. I think this won Game of the Year in 2007, so that should give you an idea of just how good this game is. I can't really recommend it as it's an FPS that's not a Tom Clancy game, so one to pick up, I think, as a fan of FPSs. I'm sure that MC Flippy Who is going to leave a comment about how good this game is, or how terrible this game is, so look out for that comment. That's his job now. He's the lead expert on FPSs, because I can't say anything. Hard Reset, also yet another FPS that looks pretty darn good, actually. It does look like there's quite a bit of gameplay in here. It doesn't basically look like a standard shooter, is what I'm trying to say. I should also say that this is one of today's achievement games, so today is a good day to pick it up, and apparently that achievement is very easy. We'll talk more about that later on in this video. but this is one that I do recommend. So this is one of my picks for today. Next game, Borderlands, another fantastic first-person shooter, which I never thought I'd say fantastic first-person shooter, but there you go. You can also get a 4-pack if you want to send copies to your friends. This game does have 4-player co-op. I do own it on the 360, and I have played it with Zebra at one point or another. It's very good, the graphical style is very good, and the gameplay is very good, which is pretty much what you can expect from a game, you know? This is also one that I do definitely recommend. Quite a few that I recommend today. Speaking of which, Plants vs. Zombies Game of the Year edition. Now, I did mention in the first video of these Steam sales that if you do not already own Plants vs. Zombie Game of the Year edition, then you need to pick this up before the end of the sales. Today it's 66% off, only £2.37, and this is a fantastic game. It's basically tower defense in lanes. You place your flowers, and your flowers fight off zombies. It's just a fantastic game all round. Like, there's no way I can get across how awesome this game is and how addictive and fun to play it is. Definitely pick this up if you do not already own it. Next game in the sales is Renegade Ops. This is a top-down shooter that looks pretty solid. I mean, we've got some in-game screenshots here. This one apparently is semi-glitchy and has some control issues, but it does, as a bit of a selling point, it does have 4-player co-op, it has pretty good campaign mode. There have actually been quite a few pretty good-looking top-down shooters, and this is definitely no exception. I'm going to add this to my recommendations as well. Another day with a lot of money to spend, I think. Game number 10 in the Steam sales today is Prototype. This is a very parkour-based, shape-shifting kind of combat system. Apparently it feels very similar to Spider-Man, which is a game I have played on the Xbox. And it does actually look fairly good. This is probably another one that I'll be picking up, I gotta say. It seems to be very well rated. It seems to have a lot of good reviews. A lot of people call it a fantastic game. Another one I'm probably going to pick up. I sure hope I have enough money for today. Oh boy. Next game, Wings of Prey. This one doesn't look fantastic. It's a basic flight simulator in World War II, as far as I can tell, where you have to do bombing runs and things like that. It's under simulation games, so yeah, this is probably more of a flight simulator than an actual war game. I will say, if you are going to pick it up, there is an achievement today for this game that can get you a prize, but on the whole, not a recommendation. I'll probably pick it up purely to get that achievement, but that's because I like to waste my money like that. And the final game for today's Steam sales is Risen. Now, Risen is yet another open-world RPG. Same kind of deal as Skyrim or Oblivion or things like that. Apparently, it's pretty good, but the combat on the whole is fairly lacking. So I would recommend passing up on this game and probably picking up Skyrim instead. Because Skyrim's obviously a bigger game. It's kind of unfair that they put Risen and Skyrim on sale on the same day, because I can't really recommend Risen over Skyrim ever, I don't think. Oh look, it's got a goblin picking his nose. Fantastic. Just what you want to see from the screenshots. Yes. And that is it for your Steam daily deals. Let's move on to achievements. Now, today's achievements are not tremendously good achievements, I don't think, today. Not tremendously fun to get achievements, I mean. So, number 1, we have CrimeCraft Gang Wars. This game's kind of an MMO FPS, in a way. It is free to play, so there's definitely no reason to not at least try the game. It looks fairly... well, it looks fairly first-person-y, so I can't really say I'm overly enthusiastic about getting it, but I certainly will be going for this achievement anyway. Apparently, the achievement is not that difficult to get. You just need to get 200 points from snowball matches. So I'll be trying to get that at some point, probably Boxing Day. The second achievement today is Hard Reset Blizzard. Kill 50 enemies with electricity only. Now this is a game that was actually on sale today, and I did recommend picking it up. Apparently the achievement is very easy to get, because on the first level there's apparently a load of electricity traps that enemies can fall in, and that is really easy to get on the first level apparently. The third achievement, Jamestown. Now Jamestown is a fantastic top-down shooter set on 17th century Mars, which sounds fantastic just from the title, just from the blurb. It looks pretty bullet hellish. I gotta say that, it looks very much like Toho, and for that reason alone, I do recommend picking this one up anyway. It is actually a fantastic indie game. And to get the achievement, all you need to do is save up 8,000 credits and buy the charge ship, and beat any level with that ship. You can even beat the easy version of the first level, which makes this achievement very easy to pick up, and definitely this game is worth picking up. Next up, Wings of Prey. Like I said, this game is also on sale today, and this just means to get this achievement all you have to do is complete any mission on winter locations. Now there's 3 winter locations in the game. There's Korsun, Stalingrad and Bulge, and apparently all you really need to know is the basic flight controls. Apparently it's very easy to pick up. I don't recommend picking up the game, but for an achievement, might be worth it, might not be, who knows. Now the fifth achievement today is Renegade Ops Naughty or Nice. Receive a present from Santa Claus. Now I will point out that in order to get this present, in order to get the achievement on Renegade Ops, you do actually need to buy not only the game, but you also need to buy one of the downloadable content packs. You need to download Cold Strike Campaign, which is another £3 on top, making this a bit expensive for an achievement, I gotta say. If you do decide to go for it, then apparently it's just like the first level of the Cold Strike Campaign. Santa's sleigh can randomly appear on single player. So it's an easy achievement to get if you have the game and the DLC, but it is a fairly expensive one to get. It is not £3.39 because you do need the DLC on top of it. Final achievement for today, And Yet It Moves. And Yet It Moves looks like a fairly good puzzle platformer indie game, so I'm obviously going to say fairly good, obviously. It's set in the world of ripped paper. Yeah, I bet you didn't know there was a world of ripped paper, did you? Well, there is, and this is set in it. Yeah. It looks odd. It looks incredibly odd. It does look fun. I would definitely recommend picking it up. The achievement also is fairly easy. Apparently you just go to level 2-1, and near the start of the level there's a branch that can get the achievement for you. To get the achievement, all you have to do is ride a severed branch in Chapter 2 for about 20 meters without touching the ground. And that's all the achievements for today. So 17 objectives completed so far by me. I think I got about 7 today, which was... I've really been achievement whoring it up today. How are you guys doing? Good, good. Okay, good. Like I say, there may not be a video tomorrow, or there may be a late video tomorrow, or there may be a video the day after, the morning after, or whatever. I shall certainly try and get one out, but I probably won't be able to because it'll be Christmas. Like I say, my top picks for today are Skyrim, Plants vs Zombies, Jamestown, pretty much, I think it was Hard Reset, that one. Borderlands, definitely, if you haven't played it already. That's pretty much it, I think. Oh, Prototype as well. A lot of games, a lot of good games today. Today is a good day for sales. So next time, it'll be next time will be Christmas. See you next time, folks.